This says, I'm sorry, protective base. And so don't forget the proper way of doing these kind of things. Put it on the back of your hand. Close your protective base cream. And if you need a spatula, if you need to wipe off your spatula, or just throw it in your items to be disinfected. Either one works for me. All right. So based on when we read this, where do I need to put my protective base cream for this procedure? What? Hairline. Just around the hairline or through the hair? Around. Thank you. Very good. We're just going to go around the hairline. And why is that? Anybody? Very good. Yeah. But her hairline's like mine, all the way trying to grow into her back. Really long. Did you notice how far down my hair? I mean, what in the why? Why is it like that? And just get the ears if you can, please. All right, so we can't forget that step. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on now. I'm gonna have two, and let me know if they don't have it on your labels that we gave you, but this one says thioglycolic relaxer, simulated of course, and this one says neutralizing lotion. So I think it might be with your is it? Neutralizing shampoo. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to write them out. There's empty spots in here. Write them out and put them up, okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up. All right. So I'm gonna pour my thioglycolic relaxer first, and we're just gonna use shaving cream. And remember to try to have the best coverage that you can. I'm gonna go ahead and use a paper towel here. Okay, so you might wanna get close up so we can talk about what staying slightly off the scalp means. Oh, I need my... Honestly, I need to keep reading the directions because it's been a minute for me. And that's the truth. Okay. All right. So you want your subpartings to be thin, 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch, no bigger than that. We get tired and we get lazy with our applications, and I get it, but be mindful. So what a 1/2 an inch, what we did with the sodium hydroxide is we did stay away from the scalp a 1/2 an inch. So that's about a finger wide. Okay. But with this, when it's asking for slightly off the scalp, that really means it says 1/4 of an inch, but what slightly off the scalp means is that you do kind of go close. You just don't touch the scalp. And then we want to go through the ends. I mean, up to the ends. That's what that means. So the porous ends, right? And then do the other side. Stay slightly off the scalp. And just stay off the ends, 1 inch. So come in here really close, and if anybody can't see this, ooh, darn, I had a good view and then I lost it. Come see what slightly off the scalp go. Can you guys tell from there? Does everybody follow what slightly off the scalp means? Okay, so then you're just gonna follow Stay slightly off the scalp, and then up to the porous ends. Please don't keep wiping and wiping. If the product doesn't seem like it's going on, just get more product and lay it there. And then banana peel. So slightly off the scalp. Up to the porous ends. And if you're doing 1/4 inch subparting, it's nice when it goes almost all the way through. And when you're doing this, if you're not sure what it means to stay slightly off the scalp, come ask. But here's another. Miss Brinson, can you take a picture of this? That amount. Oh, you have your phone, huh? Can you take it with my phone?
Is your phone on Zoom?
Don't make fun of my phone.
No, it's okay.
Very good, thank you. All right. So you're just gonna follow down to the nape. Horizontal partings. I tell you what, horizontal partings seem pretty obvious to me, but I do see all kinds of versions from everybody. Horizontal parting, straight across, parallel to the floor. Come on. Slightly off the scalp. Who wants to get 5 chemical relaxers today for doing this procedure? Knocking out 5, right? Yes. All right, I'm gonna do like one more section and then we're going to talk about the next step. I need some paper towels. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. Now you guys know that when the sections get wide, you just want to split the section in half. So I'll show you what that means because it does cause rounding. It's not as bad with this procedure because you know you're staying slightly off the scalp so you can get pretty close. All right, so what I mean when I say split the section when they get to wide is just take half of it on one side and come in slightly off the scalp up to the ends. Just lay that product so we can see your application and evaluate it. And then go to the other side. So side by side, right? Slightly off the scalp. All right. Okay, so can I see a thumbs up that everybody understands that they do this step to all 4 quadrants after, and please see a strobe light that we always start in the back with this one. Strobe light, do all 4 quadrants this way, okay? And then this will be a checkpoint for us. The next step is hairline continuous application. The relaxer has been use the back of the comb to smooth through the ends. Okay, so then it's asking us, we're gonna bring all this down. You can bring each section down after you're done with it. And this is gonna get googly. We're going to use the back of the comb to smooth the hair through. Oh, I'm going to probably need that again. Shoot. We're going to use the back of the comb to smooth through the ends. So just we're just going to smooth through the ends. I'm not doing anything to the scalp hair yet. Just like that with the back of the comb. Can I see a thumbs up? Follow your instructions like I am, because it's tricky and we want to get through this.
Is this the all-purpose comb?
You could use your all-purpose or your tail comb. I don't care. I'm not attached to that emotion on this one. Back of the comb to smooth through the ends. Okay, so for this next step, can I see a thumbs up? That everybody knows to go do all 4 quadrants. Same thing. Okay, now banana peel it down when you're done to go to the next quadrant. That's all good. Okay. The next step says, at this point it says, process according to manufacturer's directions. Perform your first strand test. So strand tests for this one are interesting and tricky. I'm not even really quite sure what they say in the book. Probably take the product off and see if it looks like it's straightening. But what one of the steps that we do in real life when we do this is that we'll take the hair and we tie it in a knot. So just like a little, and when you look at it, if it stays, Miss, do you know this one with this? Okay, if it stays in the knot, anyway, let me think that through why. I got to think it through, but this is what we do. And I'm going to come back and tell you the why. I need to go look it up real quick because my brain is not working for that right now. But this is how I want you to strand test. Tie it in a little knot. I'll explain the theory behind it in a minute. I mean, I need to go talk to Miss Medrano for the reminder. And that's the truth.
How much hair do you get to tie into a knot?
What's that?
How much hair do you get to tie it?
So I just use like a little piece like that, about this big. Don't make it too small where you can't get the knot out. All right, so now you've done that first strand test. During the last few minutes of processing, work the relaxer to the scalp of the hair, to the scalp and the ends of the hair, using additional relaxer as needed. I know. If the knot opens, it's still curly and not straightened enough yet. If the knot stays closed, then it has become straightened because that coil reaction is not working against you. Does that make sense? Okay, so we'll talk about it again because we have to do another one. All right, so this next step, it says, we're going to work the relaxer down the scalp and through the ends of the hair, and we use additional relaxer if we need it. So I want you to take that comb again and just get in that scalp and make sure it's on the ends. And if you need more relaxer, get it. So this is the 3rd time we're going through the hair. I got it on the scalp.
So after the strand test,
Yes.
after you verify whether it opens or stays,
Yes.
then you go and you apply it to the root.
Yeah, and I'm not doing anything really. I have enough product on there. I'm just taking my comb and I'm making sure the ends are covered, the back of my comb, and then I'm making sure the scalp hair is covered and the roots. Because remember, we were just slightly off the scalp, so it's fine. If you need more product, if you feel like you need more, like if it dissipated, this is when you get more product. And you could see that's going down into the scalp. Okay, then I'm going to bring it back. Okay, this is another step. We're going to take another strand test. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to take a piece of hair. I'm going to tie it in the knot. If the knot opens, it means its coil is still there from the curl. Okay, if the knot stays closed and lays down and rests nicely, it means the hair's straightening out. Okay? So just take that knot out. Okay. Now we're going to go rinse thoroughly with warm water to remove all traces of the relaxer. Shampoo at least 3 times with an acid balanced shampoo. Be sure to remove all traces of the relaxer, and we're going to blot the excess water from the hair. Okay, so you guys don't need to go down for that part, and I'm just going to work on this section, but I'm just going to take all this out. You guys know to get all this out before you go to the shampoo bowl and actually throw it in the in a garbage bin. I'm just going to get it off my hair because it wasn't like that much. Yes. What? Say that again. We're going to rinse thoroughly with warm water to remove all traces of relaxer and shampoo at least 3 times with an acid balanced shampoo to be sure all traces of the relaxer have been removed. And I'll be right back. Just take a breather. I'm going to go rinse this out, and then I'll be back, and we're going to go through the last steps of this. And I'll write on the board the steps I want checked. Yes, question.